Need for Speed Unbound is the newest title in a long line of games under the same name, dating back to the PS1 in 1994. But should you kick the tires on this new title, or is it a complete car wreck? Rev your engines and let's see if you need the new Need for Speed in this review. Need for Speed Unbound is a fresh look at a storied franchise. Now, I used to play Need for Speed Most Wanted on the PS2, and I was excited to jump into a new gen version. The game starts off with you creating a character, which is actually a cel-shaded aesthetic and has a surprisingly big variety of real brands to choose from for your clothes. You can change things from hairstyle to different things on your face, makeup, different kind of clothes. It's really actually pretty deep. Now, once you're happy with your driver, you get to select one of 3 cars to make as your own, and it puts you right into the world for a tutorial. The cars are super detailed, which is actually a fun juxtaposition from the cel-shaded player models. And there's this really cool graffiti effect when you drift or turn in a certain way or perform certain actions like NOS, or even if you hit another car, and it appears from your car as you speed along. Now, there are 3 different difficulties, and like a dope, I chose the middle one because I'm new to racing and I should have done the beginners, and I was having some trouble with drifting to begin with, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually a really fun mechanic. You can change the difficulty at any time from the garage as well. At its core, the game is an open world car game where you have a hub, which is the garage, and then there are missions that you have to travel to and you can select on the map. So you can go for the story or you can just drive around, and there's a lot of variety in the world between city streets, open road, winding turns, and more. So the missions are races and you get more money the better you place. But during the races, you can actually raise your police level, meaning that the police will recognize you in and out of races. Raise your level enough and the police will pull you over on sight in the open world. So you'll need to balance racing with staying out of the way of the cops. Now, in the garage, you can customize your car parts, and you can really customize everything. If you're a car person, you should have a lot of fun with this. Me? I like changing my license plate to WABA and seeing what it looked like with other state license places. You can also change things like your horn, the engine sound, and the graffiti effects that show when you race. And you can unlock these by purchasing them with dollars that you earn from races. Now, my favorite part of the game is the NOS, nitrous, which gives you a boost while racing. You can get more boost by driving on the wrong side of the road, drifting, or doing other stunts, which is very reminiscent of Most Wanted. It adds a level of strategy if you go for the safe route or the one that will help you charge your boost to help you later in the race. Need for Speed Unbound also supports you fancy steering wheels from Thrustmaster, Legitech, and Fanatec. And there's also an online option as well and crossplay from the beginning. I also noticed that there's a lot of accessibility options. Even when you start the game, it's narrating the menu and giving you the option to turn it off right from the jump. This is a game that you could play with your kids since you can just let them drive. Younger kids may need some help, but if your child knows their way around a controller, just letting them drive around in this open world should be a lot of fun for them if they don't want to worry about races. There's no consequence of running into anything. If you get too off-road or stuck somewhere, it's actually going to reset you on the road. And you can't actually run over anyone, which is good. They'll always run out of the way. You can just like drive over different environment pieces like trees or traffic cones or things like that, but nothing that'll make it too violent for kids. I'd recommend this game to fans of the Need for Speed series for sure, and also fans of racing games. It's a little more arcadey than a game like Forza or Gran Turismo, but it's really not trying to be that. It's not trying to be a simulation racing game. It takes a fun style and an arcadey turn to put something together that people who are hardcore racers and casual fans like myself would enjoy. And again, it's also fun for both adults and kids, and that's super important when choosing games if you have a family. So I would definitely recommend Need for Speed Unbound to anyone that's looking for something fresh. We haven't really gotten a new Need for Speed game in a while, and I think the aesthetic on this is actually super cool. The cars look really nice, you have cel-shaded players, and it's just a really, really cool mix of different art styles, and the gameplay's super fun as well. Need for Speed Unbound comes out on November 29th worldwide. Did you play Need for Speed Unbound? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. For more video game news, previews, reviews, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.